Tonight, a forest fire in the Boundary Waters area continues to burn, and Forest Service officials continue to struggle getting to the location. Plus, as people make plans for the summer, there's a rental shortage that is causing concern for travelers. And for the last year, gun sales have skyrocketed in the U.S., and experts say that trend isn't going away anytime soon.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Here in the Northland, we have seen a deficit in rain totals this year. That deficit is leading to much drier conditions, leaving the Northland more vulnerable to wildfires. And tonight, crews are still battling a more than 10-acre wildfire in the BWCA. According to the U.S. Forest Service, the fire was first reported yesterday in Superior National Forest's LaCroix Ranger District. That's northwest of Bezic Lake and west of Big Moose Lake. Here's a look at the fire from above. Forest officials believe a lightning strike sparked the fire. They say the blaze is not near any travel routes, lakes, or rivers. Due to the remote location, firefighters haven't fought the fire from the ground yet. They've only surveyed it from a plane. Crews hope to take more flights to get a better idea of what they're dealing with. The Forest Service says they'll provide a more detailed update when they know more, and we'll bring you those updates as they come in. And while rain might be in the forecast this week, we've seen a number of dangerous wildfires across the Northland. As CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shows, there are steps you can take now to help you and your family prepare for the worst.
To help prepare for a wildfire, the Red Cross recommends building an emergency kit. It should include food, water, maps, and emergency contact information. The American Red Cross provides emergency response after wildfires, but they say people should be prepared before disaster strikes. That includes stocking up on things you would need if you have to quickly leave or are asked to stay home for a long amount of time. Emergency kits should contain the necessities like water, food, and medication, but there are other comfort items important to have on deck.
Candy to keep you satisfied, toys for you or your kids, the things that make you not have to be frustrated and uncomfortable and leave when it's not safe to leave.
Families should also create an evacuation plan, discuss what to do in case you are separated during an emergency, and talk about it with your kids so everyone is on the same page. Another emergency preparedness tip, be informed. Find out how local officials will contact you with evacuation information.
Thanks, Kendall. There are also steps you can take to help prevent fires in the first place. Never leave a fire unattended. Make sure outdoor fires are fully extinguished before leaving the area, and dispose of fireplace ashes properly. Dave joins us now for a quick check of the weather. Thankfully, rain is headed our way.
Yeah, it looks pretty likely because we have chances beginning early tomorrow morning and lasting all the way until Monday. So by hook or by crook, I think we're going to get what we need. Temperature-wise, here's what we got today. Not quite as warm as yesterday, but still warmer than normal for most locations. Getting back into the 80s were places like Big Fork, Orr, and International Falls. But we also became cooler by the lake at the head of the lake, 63 in Superior, 64 on Park Point. But now, since we last spoke, Ashland topped out at 80. And, you know, I think a very similar round of temperatures is coming our way again tomorrow. But the difference tomorrow will be clouds in the sky. So this live look up towards Highway 53 north of Cook and Orr shows things greening up nicely, but they'll green up better if we get some rain. And yes, I think there is some coming. Several low-pressure systems are coming our way, up to 4 of them. So tonight, increasing clouds will be the topic of conversation. And tomorrow, with a grayer sky, we get a 50% chance for rain. I'll talk about how much could come the first day of several in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Cloquet police are still searching tonight for an armed and dangerous suspect. That's 26-year-old Nicholas Amazmaki. He's the suspect in 2 separate shootings in Cloquet, about a half hour and 3.5 miles apart. The first shooting happened shortly after midnight Wednesday on Scotty Drive. Amazmaki allegedly fired several shots at a home but did not hit anyone. The second happened on Oziga Road, where a 27-year-old man was shot in the leg. The victim is in the hospital. An arrest warrant is out for Amazmaki, and several departments are helping with the search tonight. He was last seen in a 2003 silver Pontiac Bonneville. Police say if you see him, call 911 immediately. We're learning a Virginia man was charged last year with strangling the same woman he allegedly killed last week. Court documents obtained by CBS3 show Derek Malovich assaulted his ex-girlfriend Kristen Bicking back in September. Authorities say Bicking and Malovich had broken up, and she went to his Virginia apartment to get money he owed her. Malovich apparently punched her several times, choked her, and threatened to kill her. He was arrested, but according to online court records, was released from jail with conditions, including no contact with the victim several weeks later. You'll remember Malovich was charged with Bicking's murder last week. He claims he came home to find two people breaking into his apartment. He says one of them ran and he assaulted the other. He told authorities he didn't realize it was Bicking until he turned on the lights. Malovich's bail is set at $1 million for his murder case. He's due back in court on both of these incidents in July. Two people were seriously hurt in separate Cass County crashes over the weekend. The first happened Sunday in Crooked Lake Township. A Hill City man lost control of his motorcycle on some gravel. He was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. The other crash happened a few hours later in rural Bacchus. A Swanville man was thrown from his ATV. He was also taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but is expected to survive. Superior leaders are expected to do away with the city's local mask mandate tonight. Last week, Mayor Jim Payne told us he plans to recommend that at tonight's city council meeting. The current order was set to last until June 1st. Wisconsin Supreme Court struck down the statewide mask mandate in March, but local governments like Superior still had the option of putting their own mandates in place. Tonight's Superior City Council meeting starts at 6:30. We'll bring you the latest online and on air tonight at 10. Meanwhile, Douglas County Health sided with the CDC today, giving fully vaccinated people the green light to stop wearing masks. About 48% of county residents have at least one dose. 41% are fully vaccinated. With pandemic restrictions lifting and summer events making a comeback, more travelers will be making their way to the Twin Ports. This comes as the nation deals with a shortage of rental cars, and one industry leader, Hertz, recently closed its Duluth airport location. They cited slow business during the pandemic. But now, as CBS3's Emma Quinn reports, local cab businesses are hoping to capitalize on the growing need for transportation options.
Northland taxi cab services are hoping to bounce back after the pandemic left the meter running and cars empty.
Everything shut down, but we still had to pay our insurance and we still had to pay for maintenance on our vehicles.
Sherry Dahl, owner of Cloquet City Cabs, says this time last year they had 2 of their 6 employees working.
It was like excruciating on our business and for our drivers. We went down to probably like 5% of our daily operations.
Now, with pandemic restrictions lifting across the state and more summer events coming to the area, Dahl hopes they can recover, especially as bars and restaurants move back to regular operating hours.
We get a lot of our business from the bar scene and people needing rides home. Thankfully, they're not driving, so it's really picking business back up for us.
In Duluth, JoJo's taxi cab service opened for business this month after seeing a need keep growing.
We are in a higher demands of taxi right now, and after this year, I am going to look at opening up another one.
Owners are hopeful business will grow as more tourists hit the area over the summer months.
Well, we have had a lot of airport calls, and we're ready for more customers as we get. I get that the bars are going to open up and so on for it, so we're ready.
While Hertz is pulling out of the Duluth airport, DLH spokespeople acknowledge the strain the pandemic put on the industry. They added they're sad to see the company go, but they still have strong relations with the 5 other car rental services they offer. We've seen many products become popular during the pandemic, including puzzles, home improvement items, and exercise equipment. But one item continues to see record sales. Gun stores nationwide are seeing an increase in customers. The FBI says there were almost 16 million background checks for firearm purchases during the first 4 months of this year. That's a 31% increase compared to the same time in 2020. Firearm facilities are seeing buyers from all demographics. Josette Severson, who owns a store and training facility in North Dakota, and says more senior citizens are coming in to take classes.
Now during the day, several times a week at 10 in the morning, we have our Silver Bullet Club, which is for 60 plus.
Another gun store owner added the stimulus checks have played a large role in gun sales at his store. As of right now, gun sales are on pace for a record year as more people around the country want to protect themselves and their families. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, catching up on lost time. That's the goal of the governor's summer learning plan. How the new budget will help that goal grow. Next.
The month of May is nearly 2 inches short for rainfall, but with several days of rain coming our way, we could make that up by about Monday or so. We'll talk about the odds coming up right after, of course, this break.
You're watching the CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, sports with Kelly Hinseth, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
At Extreme, we know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. So don't just settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. Prices start at $19.99 a month for 1 year. You deserve fast, reliable internet. With Extreme, you can get speeds from 60 meg up to an amazing 1 gig. Right now, prices start at less than $20 a month for 1 year. Call us today, 844-EXTREME-2.
Looking for a home run on your next home project? Don't strike out by using someone out of left field who makes errors, balks at your needs, isn't safe, and gives you the squeeze by charging double.
Your home improvement company aced my window project, and working with them was a walk in the park.
We never sacrifice quality, and you can count on us to avoid curveballs and save you time.
Plus, they clean up, which is a big relief. Your home improvement company is a huge hit in Twins territory, even if their owner is a bit of a screwball.
Helping to make memories for generations. Numi Jewelers.
During Toyota's Summer Starts Here sales event, get road trip ready and save with $1,000 customer cash on the new 2021 RAV4, Camry, or Highlander at Cary Toyota in Superior. Or drive away with $1,500 on any new Corolla, Corolla hatchback, or Prius. Prefer a hybrid car? Get $2,000 customer cash on the sparkling new Corolla Hybrid. Plus, all new Toyotas come with a Toyota Care complimentary maintenance plan. And remember, quality vehicle trades are worth an all-time high. So trade in your vehicle at Cary Toyota during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a professional basketball star like Kobe Bryant.
Oh, okay. You got game?
Yes. Oh! This is the creepy part. Don't do it. No! Do not ever pull that eye again.
Tiffany Haddish hosts a new Kids Say the Darndest Things, Wednesday at 8/7 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCoppel, weekday mornings on CBS.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
That dry weather indeed has been with us for quite a while. It's been quite a while since we've had any rain. And again, we've got near critical fire danger to report for a portion of our area today. We take a look at a close-up map here, and we can see that western Minnesota is under the gun, and northern Minnesota as well, northern St. Louis County and Koochiching County. Be very cautious everywhere, because even though the danger is very high, in some parts of our region, it's just plain old high for the rest of us. We all have to mind our P's and Q's and hope for some rain. Maybe those hopes pay off tomorrow. It was up to 4 low-pressure systems cloud up the sky, and deliver rain chances that could last for several days from tomorrow all the way through the weekend and perhaps even beyond by a day. Before we talk more about that, though, we've got the current conditions to look at. You can see here in Duluth the clouds are thickening as those lows get closer to bring us our rain chance. Right now the current temp is 68. The relative humidity, that's pushed up to 49%, helping to ease the fire danger at least a little bit. Of course, real rain would help even more. Easterly, southeasterly winds running 13 miles per hour, and the air pressure at the surface is holding steady on the high side at 30.06 inches of mercury. But up aloft, those lows are working up and over, again increasing the clouds and also increasing rain chances. Current temps, mid to upper 70s for the Upper Peninsula. Wisconsin's getting some lake air cooling things down from LaPointe to Ashland and around the head of the lakes as well. But Solon Springs to Hayward still warmer than normal in the 70s. And Minnesota runs a similar process here. 50s by the lake for some towns, 60s towards the head of the lakes, but International Falls has still made it to 81. Could do it again tomorrow, so temperatures aren't going to go down too drastically, even though the cloud cover is going up. What are we getting out of the cloud cover? Showers are starting to push up towards our region. They're very spotty, and really I don't think we're going to see much of a threat of any actually touching the ground precip-wise here till after midnight tonight. But clouds will continue to increase as a low-pressure system from the south tries to push northwards, or at least its northern fringes will. And another one from the northwest will start to draw a cold front through the area to stir things up as well. And then now those two lows are backed up by another pair, so the rain chance could run from Wednesday through next Monday. First day's worth of rain, maybe not that impressive for Minnesotans. By midnight tomorrow night, Minnesotans may get about 1/10 of an inch, but we could go towards 1/3 of an inch for Wisconsin and Michigan. And if this happens each and every day through Monday, well, we should have some drought-busting precip by the time all is said and done. Now, let's talk about tonight's Minnesota temperatures. They fall into the mid-50s with increasing clouds, and those clouds will spill over to Wisconsin and Michigan as well, with lows there, 55 to 57. We all get a southerly wind tonight, at least in general. Tomorrow's daytime highs, the normal 64, so Wisconsin, Michigan will run 72 to 77. It's a 50% chance of rain tomorrow for all zones. Probably in the morning's the best chance. In the afternoon, another chance comes around midday, could take a break. That holds true for Minnesota as well, with 60s by the lake tomorrow and 75 to 80 inland. And temperatures will stay in that range through Saturday, but then we do cool down Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday back into the 60s. The rain chances run the odds of about 40 to 80% from Wednesday through Monday. And the sun, we enjoyed a good dose of it today, Krista. We may forget what it looks like because it may not pop up again until Monday or so.
I know we need the rain, but 5 days of it?
Well, if we can solve the dry conditions and put those to bed, then we could enjoy a couple days worth of sunshine with impunity.
That's true. And we will enjoy it, that's for sure. Thanks, Dave. Minnesota's governor is celebrating state lawmakers approving millions for education as part of its bipartisan budget agreement. Governor Tim Walz toured an elementary school in White Bear Lake today. He says the legislature approving $75 million in a summer learning plan will help kids catch up after learning from home. About $34 million will go to public and charter schools to support community-based programs. About $20 million will go to support preschools. The funding also covers mental health grants, tutoring, and higher education programs. The governor called it a step forward in recovery.
With the budget deal we had, we provide certainty and I think some transformational opportunities around closing the achievement gaps and vaulting these kids forward over the next several years. So it was a pretty meaningful piece.
Schools can use the money over the next 2 years as they work to recover from pandemic-related setbacks. And some good news to share with you tonight. We're learning with your help, the American Heart Association raised $55,000 during its annual Go Red for Women lunch last week. I had the privilege of hosting the event and can tell you that listening to the stories told, this money will make a huge difference toward raising awareness of heart disease's impact on women. The Heart Association shared a big thank you today to all who contributed. Coming up in sports, another Bulldog gets added to the list of guys playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Kelly has the details next.
Thursdays are a favorite day at Fond du Luth Casino with Kiosk Cash.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs, including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
I'm Dr. Zan Corville. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at St. Luke's. Dealing with foot and ankle pain, it can be debilitating because these are complicated joints. And so there's different ways to manage each of these problems. Most can be treated without surgery. I'm a busy mom with 2 young children. We try to do things as a family that we can all enjoy. I love being part of a team and working as an orthopedist to help people return to athletics or getting people back on their feet so they have less pain for daily living.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
We've been on the road with you for 50 years now. We're proud to share the safe roads and the roller coaster roads, even the long and winding roads. Navigating the road less traveled and cruising up the high roads. For 3 generations, it's been an honor to share the roads of life with you. Here's to another 50 and beyond.
May the cash be with you. Saturdays in May from 6 to 9 p.m., Black Bear Casino Resort is giving you a chance to win up to $2,500 in cash. 3 winners selected each hour with a total of 12 winners each Saturday night for a total of $76,000 given away in May. Start earning entries Sunday, April 25th. And for more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com. May the cash be with you and make the Bear your place to win.
Wednesday on CBS3 this morning, Jenna will be back and we'll know if the city of Superior will be dropping their mask mandate.
And scattered shower chances will start to increase into the Wednesday, and we've got rain chances all week long.
So make sure to join Jenna and Caitlin tomorrow at 5 a.m.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
The chance to go up 2-0. That is what's on the line for the Minnesota Wild tonight, and it's not something that any player on this team is taking lightly. The team held a practice yesterday, not even originally scheduled post-Sunday's win, but the players insisted on hitting the ice, according to head coach Dean Evison. Sunday's game was a no defensive cakewalk. Scoreless through 60 minutes. The Wild found the back of the net 3 minutes and 20 seconds into extra time.
It's the playoffs. It's 2 good teams. We're playing a hell of a team over there, you know, so we just have to try and play our game, and chance is going to come. So I don't know if we have to rediscover anything. I think we just have to stick with what we do and try to win like that.
They're a hungry team, but you know, we have a chance to go up 2 in this series, so you know, we should be playing desperate and hungry too. So I feel like it's just going to be more of the same of what we saw in Game 1. It's always fun playing against these guys. It's high energy.
The Wild look to make it a 2-0 series lead before they return to home ice advantage on Thursday. Puck drop later tonight in Las Vegas, 9:00 p.m. Only 3 wins sit between Minnesota and the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And speaking of the NHL playoffs, 7 former Bulldog hockey players were on pro teams competing for the NHL's biggest prize. We all know about Carson Soucy, who has been playing for the Wild. Well, add another one. According to CBS Sports, Dylan Sandberg has been recalled from AHL Manitoba yesterday. Sandberg will provide some extra roster depth for the Winnipeg Jets playoff run. Now, he's not likely to be pressed into action, considering the Hermantown native has yet to make an NHL debut. But the Jets do take on the Oilers in Game 1 tomorrow night. Certainly a couple games to maybe see his face out there. There is one undefeated softball team left in the area of the Northland, and that is Superior. They have put on quite the 12-0 run thus far in this spring season, with another tough test on their hands today after beating Esco yesterday, welcoming in Proctor. Pitcher's duel indeed this was. Maddie Walsh on the bump for the Rails gets Natalie Sigfrids to go down swinging. Superior's Haley Zembo was much of the same, matching that sits down Abigail Hansen to go down swinging in the third. Rails finally break through in the top of the third. J.C. Lynn lays down the bunt with 2 ducks on the pond for the Proctor Rails. A run will score, and they take a 1-0 lead. At last check, Proctor led this one 2-0. We'll have a full update tonight at 10. And in some baseball news, the Brewers have activated 2-time All-Star and former MVP Christian Yelich off the injured list today. Yelich has been out of the lineup since April 11th, dealing with stiffness in his lower back. He tried to return on May 3rd, but immediately went back on the injured list. He has since played a few games in AAA and says he's excited to get back in and contribute with the Brew Crew. They very much need him. They're playing in the AL tonight. Yelich will DH against the Royals. The Twins, not much hope for them, but they get going against the White Sox in just a few minutes. So the Brewers,
pretty tough on the Twins there, Kelly.
I can't not be. I mean, you watch 16-4, you go down to Chicago, mind you. Chicago's pretty good.
Yeah.
They are, but 16-4, you bring in a position player to pitch yesterday. Yeah, Kelly Hinseth from CBS3 Duluth in the Northland is going to be hard on you.
Well, and
Twins
that's fine.
fans shouldn't stand for this.
Well,
neither will I.
Minnesota fans always stand strong for their teams, though. It's just what
but
we do.
Expect more out of them.
Well, we'll see what happens. Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, smoke them if you got them. The medical marijuana program has expanded its method of intake to allow card holders to smoke medical cannabis. When medical marijuana was first approved in the state, local dispensaries had a hard time keeping customers. Tonight we'll hear from a local dispensary owner who says the new change is not only good for them, but for their customers as well. An Iron Range Fire Department is being hailed for its work in rescuing baby animals. According to a Facebook post on Monday night, Chisholm firefighters saved 2 fawns who fell into a 6-foot deep sinkhole. Officials believe the fawns were just born. Chisholm police said after the rescue, both fawns were reunited with their mother. Certainly a sweet ending to what could have been a really scary situation.
Yeah, hats off to all firefighters, and especially now the folks in Chisholm.
Yes.
And hats on to keep dry from rain. We have rain chances coming in. Clouds increase tonight. 50% chance for lighter rains on Wednesday. Maybe some thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Could wrap up on Monday. And by then, maybe we'll have enough rain to solve our rain deficit.
We'll see you at 10.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home.